Well, it's Tuesday around here, and we've had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Grateful to God and to those that laid down their lives for our freedom here in the United States. This morning, we had an elders meeting earlier in the day. Delightful, challenging, encouraging, comforting, equipping, and challenging again. It is a good time for our elders to pray together. And then we host a preacher's fellowship breakfast on the last Tuesday of every month, which is today. And that was a gathering where we encourage each other. We talked a lot in both gatherings about programs and buildings and books. But the priceless part of the conversation was about people. All these things, external tools, are to be used as blessings for the people, for you and me. And here in Galatians 3:21, the Apostle Paul is writing, challenging the church there in Galatia and here today by saying, is the law contrary to the promises of God? Well, may it never be, for if a law had been given which was able to impart life, then righteousness would indeed have been based on law. But clearly, in your life and in mine, and everybody else that we've ever met, besides Jesus, righteousness is not based on the law. The law is very good at what the law can do, and that is define good and evil. Display the fact that I'm a lawbreaker, that you're a lawbreaker. The law cannot fix my guilt. It can only display my guilt. It can only shine the light of truth on the fact that I fall short or I trespass. I miss the mark. The law is really good at that, but it cannot bring life. In fact, because of the law, I realize I'm dead. Spiritually, the law highlighted, illuminated the truth that I am fallen short of the glory of God. Cannot bring me life. Life is only available through the promises of God by the gospel of grace through Jesus Christ. That is the genius of this new covenant. That is the absolute expression of love and grace and mercy toward those of us who have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, who have brought upon ourselves the condemnation that sin incurs. It is not God's job to decide if you've done more good things than bad things. I've said it before, I'm going to say it over and over and over. The concern is, are you guilty or innocent in the eyes of God? And if I stand in front of God as the judge of the living and the dead, and as Jesus sits on the judgment throne, I know that if I stand on my own and I try to claim goodness, that's not going to work, because goodness is not the same as innocence unless you take goodness to its extreme. Purity, perfection. And so really none of us are good. We've all broken the law. We've all broken even our own conscience. And therefore, we stand vulnerable and liable to the sentence of death. But in Christ Jesus, in Christ, and the promises that God has given to all who are in Christ, starting with Abraham. In fact, even starting all the way back at the Garden of Eden, where God said, I will send the seed, and he will crush Satan's head, and Satan will bruise his heel. But then he specified that promise through Abraham, and in your seed, all the families of the earth will be blessed. And it is in the seed of Abraham, Jesus Christ, that we are all blessed. In Christ, we have his righteousness. In Christ, We have his faithfulness in Christ. We have his relationship with the Father. What a grand scheme. What a brilliant idea that God had to save us. So, faith in his promise, stepping into Christ, come into Christ and abide in Christ, and you will be the beneficiary of his presence in you, with you, here and now, and your presence with him for all eternity. God bless you as you move through your day. This is, for us, the practical beginning of spring, because school's out. That's what it feels like. Memorial Day has ended. I know the official day isn't for almost a month, but, for summertime, it feels like summer has started. And I hope that whatever season you're in and whatever day you listen to this is filled with the love and the joy and the peace of heaven through Jesus Christ. God bless you. He loves you. And we love you too.